Okay, so this was a lot looser than I wanted it to be. So I'm going to change things and delete that. I'm going to go into this sketch and put a line here, I believe. Make it equal in length to this one and put it here. And do the same thing on the other side. This one's equal to this and perpendicular to this. And then okay. This one suppress. Okay, cool. And then okay. Well then. Do that modularity test. Okay. Project this. Rectangle, project this, now a rectangle, okay, this is equal to this, and this is equal to this, this is equal to this, this is equal to this, this one is there, and this one is there. Offset from that, negative TS, T snug. Offset from this one, minus T snug. Okay. Can I just extend this line? Yes, I can. Okay. I really hope that this is... Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure all of these are that exact number. Okay. And then extrude these two bits by, it was sleeve depth minus wall thickness times 2. Hang on. That's the wrong number. Okay. This one is just sleeve depth. And then this one should be... Oh, okay. I see why. And then... Oh, I see why this is... Okay. Because it needs to be this in total. Okay. Now if I go back into this sketch, I put a line here, And another one. Do the same thing on the other side. So the idea here is that if I have just one wall thickness on either side, then it can like bend inwards if it can't fit. Alright. And then if I change this and I just don't include this. Okay. Sketch here. From here to here should be 50. And we'll put this like right there. Not right there. Should be like in there a bit. And then cut this out. Okay. That should give me what I need to figure out if this will work. But just, let's see. But I wanted a tighter tolerance. So, T-snug, I'm going to change that to 0.1. And now everything else should have changed. So if I go back into this sketch here, this is wrong. Oh, I guess I need to like tell it to use the parameter? That's just weird. Okay. Everything else is the loose parameter, if I remember correctly, so I don't think anything else is gonna... I mean, I might have... Oh yeah, that did change, because that used to be like... That used to be 2 or something. So it's just that in that sketch it decided not to use the parameter, which is so weird. Whatever. That's so stupid. What if I change it right now? What if I make it something stupid like 0.5. Parameters expression edit failed. Invalid string. So if I take this, that's still 0.1. That's so stupid. But this, see, now that's 2.35. So changing the parameter isn't the problem. It's that this didn't get created correctly. This should over constrain it, right? Whatever. Alright. And then okay, now this T-snub. See, now it says FX. Okay. And then do the same thing here. And then do the same thing here. Whatever. Okie dokie. So what I did there was I didn't start cutting off this edge for until it reached 0.4 because that's the thickness of the nozzle. So the nozzle is going to come out one layer thickness before it starts getting bigger. And the point of doing that is having this is so that I can have this entire length here, so that the so that'll fit into here. Which, by the way, minus wall thickness times 2. I also have to have minus T-snug times 2. There. Okay. And I know that this can be done because this printer can actually create all the way up to 1 millimeter of straight overhang without supports. Because I've done that before. Because I'm going to print it in this orientation, and cutting off this part gives it makes it so that hang on. If I have this, right, then I'm going to need support underneath it. But if I have this, then I won't. So that's what that does. And it also occurs to me that I don't necessarily need the cookie cutters to have this little section on them. I'm going to keep this because there's no reason not to, but there's also no reason to, so I'm going to split this now with this. And I'm going to save this, and I'm going to print it and see how well this fits in. And if it fits in better, then yeah, I'm not going to do the whole two fins thing, because that was just me experimenting around. But if this fits better, then I'm going to do that, because if it does fit better, right, then I can change this to be long enough again, and then long enough to cover the whole cookie cutter, and then I can start on the actual cookie cutters. Oh, one more thing, actually. One more thing. Let's press this. I'm going to make a copy of this. And then I'm going to cut away this top bit. And the reason for doing that is just to save a little bit of filament when I... Can I move the... How far can I move it? Up to here. But as soon as I do the... Well, it's after the copy, so if I bring back this... That's cool, that's cool. So I'm going to have this be essentially the top one, and then everything underneath it is going to be made out of this one. That way. And so what that'll do is that'll have this bottom here be the top for the one underneath it. So like that's the setup now. Okay, so now I'll split, now unsuppress this. Save this. Yes, replace it. And now I will print it out again and see if it works well enough to continue on from this. Okay, so I printed out this here with a 0.1 millimeter clearance for the snug tolerance, and it was too tight. It does go in, but it's not easy enough to pull it out. So what I'm gonna do is, instead of showing that and then recording this again and then recording myself just changing the tolerance and showing that and then it not working and all that, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to change the parameter to 0.15 right now, and then I'm going to go ahead and check the sketch just to make sure. Wrong sketch. And then I'm going to put a, and then in this sketch, I'm actually going to make it smaller because I notice it's kind of really long here and I don't really like that. So I'm going to make these collinear with each other, these two lines here. And I'm just going to make them some distance from here. 8 feels right. Now for the extrusion here, I'm just gonna not include that outside bit. Oh, what's this? I see. Well, no wonder it was too tight. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm still gonna go through with the plan I originally had when I just started recording this now. Okay, but I'm gonna have, what is this sketch here? Oh my goodness. Frickin'. I'm just gonna put a, I'm just gonna put this there. There, that should keep it. Okay. So now, I have the parameter that I can change. So if I change this back to 0.1, it's very hard to tell, but it did change, right? So now I'm gonna save this. Yeah, I'm gonna save this. And I'm gonna call it modularity test 0.1. And now I'm gonna change the parameter again. And I'm gonna make it 0.15. If I control Z that, yep, it changed. Yeah, save this again. Modularity test 0.15. And then one more time, I'm gonna go up to 0.2. I'm gonna go actually all the way, no, I'm gonna go up to 0.2. Okay, save it again. Modularity test 0.2. And now I'm going to print them all out and I'm going to see how the tolerance changes on each of them. I'm going to see which one is actually the best one. At least for this particular project, it should be the best one for most projects with this batch of filament that I have. So, this roll. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and print out these 3 different things and see which one I like the best. So, here's seeing. Alright, I've got these printed with the different tolerances. 0.2, that's loose. 0.15, not going anywhere. And 0.1, also not going anywhere. And for the purpose, for my purposes here, I think 0.15 is the best tolerance because it's easy to slip things in to each other and it's hard for them to come out. Although for 0.1, if I wanted something a little bit more like semi-permanent, but not necessarily like actually semi-permanent. 0.1 is a good tolerance. So I'm gonna go with 0.15.